The traditional company or organisation was all too often a place where employees felt deluged by mundane tasks that stifled their ability to grow in their job and made poor use of their qualifications and experience. How many times have you heard employees, even today, complain that there's no time for personalised learning or the opportunity to make a real and tangible contribution to corporate growth? The question then is, how do we unleash the unrealised potential of our teams? Especially those working in HR who have a key role to play in increasing employee productivity and empowering the workforce to help to drive business growth. Well, it may seem counterintuitive, but artificial intelligence could put the human into human resources.
AI takes away the mundane tasks and allows HR professionals to focus on people. Whether that's helping employees to book holiday, check salary records. Employees now can use the automations to do those things. HR professionals can then spend time with managers, coaching them to have better conversations with their employees, or addressing individual employee issues where maybe they want to talk about career progression, some wellness or well-being concerns, and really connect with people where people matter.
Okay, so let's break down the claim that AI, once unleashed, can create a more efficient workplace. Firstly, there's the automation of repetitive tasks. Things like data entry, scheduling, and report generation, which can be laborious, are now handed over to AI. Secondly, AI can analyze huge quantities of data to enable managers to make more effective decisions. For example, around talent assessment planning, helping managers to have more effective conversations with their teams. Thirdly, AI helps employees manage their time more effectively in areas like prioritizing tasks. This also reduces stress and that sense of being overwhelmed, which can lead to burnout and even days off due to sickness. Central to the IBM approach is putting the human back into HR through the deployment of agentic AI.
6-1.
So What's Next Orchestrate is all about meeting the users where they are. So what I mean by that is if you are a business user, you can go onto the platform and use one of our pre-built HR template agents. But equally, if you're a developer, you can also go onto the platform and create an agent from scratch.
A tangible example of this in practice is the evolution of HR digital assistants. A tool like Ask HR, for instance, moves beyond simple Q&A to automate a vast number of those repetitive, time-consuming tasks, fundamentally changing the role of the HR team and its capacity for strategic work.
Ask HR is IBM's one-stop shop. It's the channel by which employees and managers get access to HR professionals. They can use AI automations, they can access information themselves, and they can then get the support they need. Employees will be able to engage in natural language. So if they wanted to find out how many holidays they have left, they would just type in how many holiday days and it would come back and it would tell them what those are and the time by which they would need to take those. This means an HR professional doesn't need to be personally involved and they can spend their time working on more high value type of work.
This raises a crucial point about trust and transparency. For this human AI collaboration to work, an HR professional needs to be able to understand why the AI has recommended a certain course of action, especially if they have to justify that decision to an employee or a manager. Without that clarity, adoption will always be a challenge.
So let's say you don't really understand a lot of the concepts with AI agents and how they're perhaps getting to their answers. One of the great things about interacting with the agents within Orchestrate is that you're not only getting an answer, but you're also getting the reasoning behind how it got to that point. So when you're interacting with the AI agent, every answer that it gives, you will always be able to see the reasoning. So you don't have to wait until the end. But then you also have additional capabilities. Once that conversation is finished, you can see the full trace as well, in addition to getting the reasoning. And then it will give you a more kind of comprehensive view in terms of where the LLM is going to fetch the answer and what's happening behind the scenes in terms of how it's routing to the right tool in order to connect to these systems. And so this is great because it now instills a level of confidence in me to ensure that this isn't just making answers up, but this is actually coming from trusted sources and trusted tools.
Building that trust often comes from demonstrating a genuine belief in the product yourself, Proving the value of these tools with your own complex global organization is the ultimate endorsement and the final proof of concept for the market.
Client zero, as we think of it, is IBM's way of making sure we've tried and tested before we take out to our clients and our partners. And it's not just HR. Many of our other parts of the business, like the CIO, finance, procurement, quote to cash, they've all transformed the way they work.
In a nutshell then, AI tools can automate and enhance various HR functions. But there are lingering fears that the rise of AI poses a challenge in terms of entry-level jobs and opportunities. However, if IBM is right, then AI, particularly in an area like human resources, will make work feel more rewarding and productive. More than ever, employees expect jobs that grow their talents and broaden their horizons. Unleashing the power of artificial intelligence is the key to achieving that.